Welcome to Jawsology. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the NFC North. All right, so Quashi's back for round two. He wants to prove to you guys why he can't get anything right and why Jerry knows everything about football. Since he said in the last video, AFC East, that the Mitch Trubisky is going to be the X factor for the Buffalo Bills. I can't forgive you for that one. I really can't forgive you for that one, man. Do you want to rectify yourself? Do you want to fix it? Do you want to just say you were kind of high or you were inebriated or not sober or you were just joking around?
No, I'm a man of my word, Jeremiah. Mr. Jawsology, and thanks for having me on today. Very excited to talk about the NFC North with you.
The NFC North, the NFC of a bunch of question marks, man. The NFC of about a bunch of question marks. This one
sounds like my life.
Well, none of us got like a freaking $60 million contract where we got the person still deciding if he wants to come play for us or not. Although I don't know the whole dynamic between the Packers and the locker room and Aaron Rodgers, but y'all have G'd this man. Y'all can't draft. Y'all drafted a backup. Fine, you draft a backup wide quarterback. Big whoop. But you can't get this man a wide receiver. Devontae Adams is great, but he needs help. You know what I mean?
Why is there a but? Devontae Adams is great.
No, he is great. And Aaron Rodgers is great. But can you think about how much more better the offense would be if they actually had a legitimate number 2 wide receiver?
No, like what we're shifting the goalposts here, Jerry. We're shifting the goalposts here. At first, we need to get him a skill receiver. And if you look at his roster, he got it. Then the next argument we keep on shifting the goalpost for Aaron Rodgers, right?
Is that where we're going with this?
No. That's where we are. Not where we're going. That's where we are.
Yo, okay. First of all, hold on. If you are an employee of a corporation and they're getting help in every other department but your department, you wouldn't feel some type of way? Even if you're the best of what you do, you wouldn't feel some type of way?
But he's getting help. What are you talking about? He's getting help. If you look at his, you want to go through his roster. If you look at his wide receiver,
Devontae Adams, and then everybody else.
It doesn't matter. There's a reason why I'm wearing this hat. There's a reason why I'm wearing this hat. There's certain fans that wear the cheese hats, right?
I'm afraid. Yo, Wisconsin, don't block my channel. Go to his Twitter handle and let him know. Don't bring it to me. I don't want the smoke. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan.
I am an Aaron Rodgers fan too. But let's just be frank here, right? All right. Every time when Aaron Rodgers is faced with some type of adversity in his career, I call them the Aaron Rodgers excusers. Let's keep on moving the goalposts every single time. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. It's everybody else except Mr. Number Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What has what more can Aaron Rodgers do? And don't give me no Kanye West more. Not Kanye West. Kobe Bryant, Kanye West commercial. No. Say more. Like, what more can Aaron Rodgers do?
It's not even a matter of more. It's a matter of, I hate to sound like the quote unquote football fan, but it's a matter of situational football. And let's be frank and be honest. The Green Bay Packers are not a good situational football team. Aaron Rodgers is not the best situational football quarterback. It's just the fact of the matter. All right, let's go through this, right?
All right. So let's start with the division. How about that? Let's start with the division.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers when we get to the Packers. Who do you have at last place in the division?
At last place of the division, I would say. Why don't you give me the Detroit
Lions? I'm gonna be honest. Last place, I got the Chicago Bears. All right.
Ooh.
I do have Chicago Bears in last place, and that's only because it was going to be the
You don't have
Detroit Lions.
Mitch?
No, because they don't have Mitch is why they almost got third place. All right. The only reason I don't have him in third place is because I have to give Jared Goff a little bit of modicum of respect due to the fact that he did make the Super Bowl once. But if it wasn't for Jared Goff, I literally would have had him third. But right now, I got the Chicago Bears finishing 7-10. They're going to start 0-3. Then Justin Fields is going to come in and he's going to end his record is going to be 7-7 for a total of 7-10.
Not bad. I actually have the Detroit Lions finishing with a measly 4-13 record.
4-13.
Yeah.
You gotta give Jared Goff some sort of respect.
For what exact reason?
He's
Do I need to give him
accomplished a few
respect?
things. He can't read defenses, but he's accomplished a few things.
Oh, so he's accomplished a few things. Being on the coattail of Mr. Sean McVay, on Mr. Arthritis knees himself.
But he
Come on.
is what you were saying earlier. He's a really good situational quarterback. That's how he got them to the playoffs. How you like them apples? Granny Smith or Red Delicious?
I'm actually a green apple guy. I'm actually a green apple guy.
All right, so tell me why you got the Detroit Lions in last place and who's their MVP? If they're 4-10, it's gonna be a hard MVP, but who's their MVP?
Well, one of the reasons why I have them in last place is just because of just historically, they're a shit organization. Is there another reason do I need to have other than that them being a shit organization? And let's face it, the only bright spot they probably have is Swift.
I love Swift. He's my MVP.
And however, let's see how they're utilizing in this upcoming year. And TJ, that tight end that they had,
Hawkinson.
he has potential. But however, I don't think that they're utilizing that his.
I think they're gonna do a lot more passing. I believe, because the thing is, their head coach Dan Campbell used to be a tight end coach. Okay, so I believe he's gonna be able to bring out TJ Hawkinson a lot more.
Yeah, and I do think with Darren Fells on the team as well, big tight end, he should be able to take some targets away. And we have guys like you have guys like the Terrell Williams that's probably going to stretch the defense, right?
Yeah, but Tyrell can never stay healthy. That's my issue with Tyrell. He forever misses a few games here and there. I used to draft him a lot in fantasy and then have to bench him and then drop him and pick him up again because he got healthy, just so he could go back in the freaking waiver wires.
Yes, and I also think they don't need to rely on Swift as much with the addition of
but they
Jamal Williams.
They picked up too many running backs, though. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Like if it's Swift, it's Swift, but it's not gonna be Swift. It looks like they're gonna be doing a committee approach. And I don't know how I feel about Jared Goff with a committee running back. It didn't work for him. When he has that one running back that he knows can do everything, which DeAndre Swift can almost do everything. Like Jared Goff can't read defenses. So if he has a running back that's strictly for passing and he has a running back that's strictly for handing the ball off, he can't audible at the line. He can't do any of that. And that's going to be the issue. Defenses can predict Jared Goff because Jared Goff can't predict them.
You're right. I agree. It's wait and see for me with Detroit. I think one of the best moves that they had off season was getting rid of Matt Patricia.
Man, I was gonna say the best move they did was drafting Penny Sewell, that offensive lineman. That was that was their weakness. Patricia, yes, he lost the locker room. He lost the locker room. Once a coach loses the locker room, you should lose your job. It's over. A coach who doesn't have the locker room doesn't have a job, as far as I'm concerned. I hate to ask for people to get fired, but if you're supposed to be the coach, you're supposed to be a leader. People who don't listen to their leader, it's a coup. He's gone. So I do have Jared Goff as the X factor for this team, and I do believe Penny Sewell was the best reason. for the best free agency acquisition. Put him at center, I believe he is, right? Center and left guard, something like that.
All right. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So who's your receiver core?
In Detroit or Chicago?
So in Detroit, that one of the main things is Aaron Rodgers doesn't have weapons, right? So does Goff have weapons?
Goff does not have great weapons. He has Hawkinson, which has great potential. He has Swift, which
He's
has
not a
great
wide
potential.
receiver though.
I'm not saying Goff has enough talent around him either. So, but Goff isn't Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers elevates his receivers. Goff keeps your receivers at what they are.
And the only difference between Aaron Rodgers and Goff is Goff had the unfortunate, destiny of meeting the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
No.
And
The
Aaron
only
Rodgers
difference between Aaron Rodgers and Goff is that Goff isn't Aaron Rodgers. That's the only difference. All right. Like, don't be trying to make it seem like it was just, oh no, he faced the Patriots. Other than that, Goff was on the same trajectory as Rodgers. Hell no. Here's Rodgers. Goff is down there somewhere.
That's true.
And Jared Goff, if you somehow stumble on this video, it's not that I don't like you, but you still got a lot to do to become a Hall of Fame quarterback. And even after you become a Hall of Fame quarterback, you got a lot to do to catch up to Aaron Rodgers.
Indeed.
All right. So I actually have the Detroit Lions finishing 8-9 with the Bears 7-10. For the Bears, I'm hoping you got the Bears third in the division then, if you got the Lions last.
Keeping it a secret after your turn.
Oh my God. All right. So let me just talk about my Bears for a second. I love Khalil Mack. He's the MVP of the team. The X factor is going to be Justin Fields. He's going to come in fourth game. That's going to be the best matchup they got because the first 3 games are going to be brutal. 0-3. He's going to win that fourth game. They're going to start 0-3. He's going to win that first game, and then he's going to finish 7-7. But honestly, the Bears finally have a quarterback. That is the main point of the story. Allen Robinson, this is the best quarterback. Justin Fields hasn't played a single snap, and Justin Fields is the best quarterback Allen Robinson has ever played with in his career. All right, and that speaks volumes.
Amazing. That's amazing. But at the same time, is Allen Robinson going to be healthy? It has always been a question mark.
When he finally has a quarterback, he's going to be healthy. He's going to be like, I don't care if I got a torn ACL, put me out there, coach. He's accurate.
No, I'm excited about Justin Fields. The move that Chicago made to get him in the draft was a boss move.
They won the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Once you could get that
awesome.
quarterback, like for some reason, I'm more excited about Justin Fields being on the Bears than I am about Trevor Lawrence being on the Jaguars.
Yeah, no, and look at the quarterback room with Justin Fields, like Nick Foles, Mr. Philly special himself, right? And also Andy Dalton, Red Rocket, I believe his name was, but he has the people around him in the skill positions to help him out, and to be in the best position to be successful. David Montgomery. As you all know, that was my guy last year, right? Tyreek Cohen.
But here's the thing with David Montgomery, and this is where Matt Nagy is going to lose me and lose this team. And honestly, he might get fired this season. Here's my issue. Tyreek Cohen and David Montgomery is a great two-headed beast, but David Montgomery is a volume running back. You give him only 10, 15 handoffs, he's not doing it. He can't do it on 10, 15 touches. He's like Adrian Peterson. You can't just give him a limited amount of touches. So you got to put Tyreek Cohen in the slot, out in the field. Make those your fancy plays, but leave the backfield for David Montgomery.
Yeah, and I agree. He's a volume back. He's a strong back. He's a workhorse. However, at the same time, there is a risk of being injured with him. I do believe that the Bears are on the cusp of being a really good team in the NFL.
They just need that 1 year with Justin Fields. He needs to learn.
And I thing is, I am willing to put Justin Fields, my belief in Justin Fields, and the Chicago Bears being a surprise team in this division.
Oh my God, what's their record? What do you have their record as?
I didn't say they were my third place.
I know.
You
What do you have
assumed.
their record? No, what do you have their record as? I ain't waiting. What is their record?
You're not waiting.
Oh my. All right, fine. Tell me who's
I
your
think they're
third
going to
place.
be 11-6.
Who's your third place then?
My third place team, I think, is pretty evident.
It better be Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, actually.
I was
Yes.
worried for a second. All right, so we both agree that Green Bay is going to.
No, I think it's going to be Minnesota Vikings. Just reason being, I don't believe. I think Justin Jefferson is going to be very good. I don't believe he's going to be
great.
Yeah.
So here's my thing with him. I do believe Justin Jefferson is going to regress a bit. Not necessarily so much, but he's not going to be as great as he was his rookie year. He's going to be more consistent, but he won't be as great. I have the Minnesota Vikings going 10-7. And Dalvin Cook is the MVP. Justin Jefferson is the X factor because they're going to need Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen to kind of keep the box open for Dalvin Cook. And if Justin Jefferson can be at least 80 to 90% of what he was last year, because you got to remember, with rookie wide receivers, they do start slow, but they finally do pick it up later on in the season. But that's also because they don't got film on you yet. Now they have a whole year's of film on Justin Jefferson. Oh, he doesn't like doing post routes? All right, cool. He loves doing curl routes, drag routes. Bet. He's only the over the top. Okay, cool. Bracket him. Done. Like, can he handle being a focal point of defenses coming up this year?
I don't even think it's about Justin Jefferson. In all honesty, I really do think I think the conversation surrounds Mr. Cousins and his ability to get Justin Jefferson the ball. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook is going to get open for the ball. Dalvin Cook if he's healthy, he's going to do his thing. Everybody knows that. The thing is, if Kirk Cousins can't get Justin Jefferson the ball, can't get Adam Thielen the ball. Look, he couldn't get Stephon Diggs the ball, and Stephon Diggs went somewhere and got somebody to get him the ball, and look where that got him.
All right, fair. Here's the thing. I think a lot of people are forcing Kirk Cousins to be what he isn't.
What, a decent NFL quarterback?
No, people want him to be a top 10 quarterback, a top 12 quarterback. He's not a top 12 quarterback. Here's the thing. He is honestly a glorified Alex Smith.
No, Alex Smith is a glorified Alex Smith. Kirk Cousins is just Kirk Cousins. No,
because this man's is Kirk Cousins is not. Alex Smith is a good quarterback. He's better than a backup, but not great enough to get you a ring. That's exactly what Kirk Cousins is. He's better than a backup. He is not going to be able to lead you to a ring. And in this division, against the Bears defense and Green Bay's so-so defense, Kirk Cousins can't pull out of that one. He can't pull out of that one. What's he going to do against Seattle? What's he going to do against the 49ers? What's he going to do against all these other NFC got some crazy defenses?
Lose again.
All right, fair. You know, I might have to bring.
I am a Kirk Cousins guy, actually.
No, I'm not.
I am a Kirk Cousins guy. The reason being, I think what he did was unprecedented with the contract that he signed at the time.
He did not deserve that contract. I'm grateful he got his contract. He did not deserve it.
Especially what he went through with the God forbidden that organization down in Washington.
That is fair. But
right.
Okay, hold on. Can I ask you a question though? Out of every quarterback in the NFL, is Kirk Cousins the first quarterback who deserves to have a fully guaranteed contract?
I don't care who deserves it. At least it was done. And it's telling off the NFL that Kirk Cousins is the first quarterback that could do something like that. It's very telling of these NFL
contracts. Aaron Rodgers, not Tom.
Like all Brady. These guys, the Brady's, Brett Favre, going back, all these guys, all these greats.
Pat Mahomes doesn't have a fully guaranteed contract.
Exactly. So, like, what he did was so unprecedented. I got to give him props for that. However, he's still not getting my guy Mr. Jefferson the ball. I don't believe he's going to get him the ball consistently. Who you got for your second place?
I got the Vikings at 10-7 for my second place. Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I will say this. I believe their defense is only going to be a whole lot better. They got Patrick Peterson. They signed a few other players on defense. And I believe this defense is going to help. Like, honestly, this team will fall with Kirk Cousins. And usually I say they will rise or fall with a certain player. I don't believe that Kirk Cousins can rise. He can, when it comes to primetime games, this guy, man, is Casper the Friendly Ghost. All right. This man does not. He won a primetime game, a Monday night game for the first time. And everyone's like, he got the monkey off his back. No, he didn't. Look at me. Okay, right here. He did not get that monkey off the back, because let me tell you something right now. It wasn't a monkey. It's who he is. If it sounds like a duck, quacks like a duck, it is a duck. He is not your answer. Say again?
No, I agree. No, I said Affleck. No, I agree.
It's not personal, but for some reason it feels personal to me. I don't know why, but
I don't know. It seems like you have some type of animosity. Do you want to talk about it, Jaws? Do you want to talk about it? Tell Quashi all about it. What happened?
I don't know. I just really don't like him. I'm gonna have to put this on Twitter. I need to find out how Washington felt about Kirk Cousins. Like, I don't know. I just feel like he played the system. I don't like the contract.
I do believe if you put, you ever hear about the depths of hell? That's what's going to exist in the comment section. That's what exists in the comment section on Twitter right now.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna have to dive into the depths of hell to get some research. They're gonna enlighten me. All right. I follow some people on Twitter who are Washington football fans and ride or dies. Like, to them, Dwayne Haskins is not their quarterback. I actually was talking to one of them on Twitter this week about Dwayne Haskins and how he's got his tooth punched out. And they were like, so we don't care.
Normalize calling cops on women.
I agree with that one. You got to, because you can't. Don't put your hands on yourselves. Call the cops on them to put it for you. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. All right.
Dwayne Haskins is more known for his off the field issue than he is on the field.
But that's because he don't be staying on the field long enough. And mind you, yes, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And I'm rooting for him. If he cannot beat out Mason Rudolph in training camp to become the number 2 quarterback, just by play alone, this man's career is done.
The only thing he needs to do is get a helmet and just channel his inner Myles Garrett with Mr. Rudolph. That's all, seriously, because apparently that's the worst thing that ever happened to him ever in his life. So clearly, that's Dwayne Haskins' strategy. Tactful approach. It will be his most strategic move yet.
It's a suspension. My channel is getting canceled.
one of the funniest things before I get to my number 2 within the division of the NFC North here, like this fan base, I believe, is overrated.
Minnesota.
This fan base is, I believe, is a tad overrated. One of the reasons being is I think they think they believe that they're better than they actually are.
Wait, what team? What team?
I think they believe that their team is better than what they actually are. And there's an arrogance about it because everybody think that they have a say because everybody owns a little piece of it. And I wanted to pay humble homage to the Green Bay Packer fans.
They're your second place?
They're my second place, yes.
Nika.
Bleep.
But what did Aaron Rodgers do to you? All right, apparently the way I feel about Alex Smith is the way you feel about Aaron Rodgers. Why? No, are you saying that Aaron Rodgers is not going to play for them this year?
No, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to play for them.
So if Aaron Rodgers plays the full season, he's still going to be second place. What's their record?
9-8. No, I mean, yeah.
9-8.
9-8.
Yo. What the hell is Stephen A. Smith? This is ASA 9,
Okay. All right.
10,
10-7.
ASA
10-7.
11.
10-7. 10-7. 10-7. All right, I'll give them double digits. 10-7.
So why do you think they can't win the division?
Mr. Justin Fields. I really do think Chicago is on that brink of being.
Okay, so when do you think Justin Fields is going to start? You think he's going to start week 1 or?
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts week 1.
Hold on a second. I gotta open up something here.
I think he's going to start week 1.
Okay. Here's the reason why I don't think they're going to have him start week 1. All right. I believe
if he doesn't start week 1, he's going to be on the field before week 5.
I believe he starts week 4. I do believe he starts week 4. That's why I said they start.
Do they have an early bye?
Their bye week is no, they do not have an early bye. When the hell is their bye? Their bye week
probably
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it's probably later on this season.
I
actually think that if Justin Fields, I think coming out of the training camp, Fields would be your clear-cut number 1 quarterback.
No, yes, but the thing is, will Matt Nagy actually start him early? Because here's the thing. His first game is against the Rams. Honestly, rookie quarterback, don't start against Aaron Donald and that defense. It's not fair to you. The Bengals, okay, cool. You might start him against the Bengals, but then you have the Browns the week after. Give him 3 weeks of film against these 2 great defenses, and then let him come in against the Lions and then the Raiders. The Packers defense is so. And then by then he's gonna have 4 games under his belt, and when he goes against the Buccaneers, he's gonna be a little more prepared.
How many spots did the organization move up to get him?
I don't even know.
7 or 8 or 9, something around that, right? They moved up like from 22nd to get him at number 12.
The offensive line is still not great.
So you're telling me that they made the move off the draft for that person that they drafted in the first round to that they I believe committed what $13 million or something to him to sit down.
Did the Chiefs
Matt Nagy and try to explain that to the owners?
Did the Chiefs not move up to get Patrick Mahomes? They moved up a whole round.
But can you put some respect on Alex Smith's name, please? Because like seriously, like that guy. Remember what Alex Smith did for them in the organization that season. Remember
what Nick Foles did for Philadelphia with the Phillies.
He didn't do it for the Bears.
Of course he didn't, but they thought he could.
No.
Wait, we're so wrong. We're so wrong. They tweeted out who started week 1. They already tweeted out who started week 1. It's the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. They signed him for the whole contract to start week 1. We're talking about Nick Foles. I completely forgot. It's actually it's Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Put respect on Andy Dalton's name.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
He's gonna start 0-3.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. Put respect on.
They're gonna have Andy Dalton play against the Bengals for revenge.
Sure,
he has to.
Of course.
And then they're gonna be like, "Yo, listen, Andy Dalton, go in there, take the Browns."
Andy Dalton might not even start the season with the Bears.
He's not getting cut. If anyone's getting cut, it's
one of those 3 quarterbacks is going to be a 2 quarterback rule.
But then it's Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy thinks he's like so smarter than everybody else. That's why he's
isn't that every NFL coach?
No. But he sits over here and he doesn't want to tell you who the starting quarterback is until Friday because it's going to give.
Why should he? So why should he? I don't believe. This is what I think. Right. Go for example, Bill Belichick, which I believe is the greatest coach of all time. Plug that. Yes. So one of the things that I think that that happens with these NFL coaches, they try to be too much of a personality, right? And in doing so, they overthink every single move. And there's some moves that just don't need to be had. And there's some moves that just need to be had. And I think Nagy falls into the weird category that he's still in a prove it phase. However, he's too old to be still in a prove it phase, and he has too much NFL years under his belt to be in a prove it phase. But however, he's still in a prove it phase.
But my thing is, sometimes doing too much is doing too much. You know what I mean? Like he is literally trying to do. He thinks he's outsmarting everybody by not telling you who the starting quarterback is. Bro, it doesn't help when you have two quarterbacks taking practice reps. Okay? One quarterback needs to do it. One quarterback.
But I do believe what he did to Mitch Trubisky and how he conducted that quarterback room last year really hurt Mitch. And
I think I need to get you a Mitch Trubisky jersey.
No, I don't think you should. Actually. No, do not do that.
Clearly, he is right? He is your favorite.
No, he's not. Look, Mitch Trubisky, he is inaccurate. He doesn't read defense particularly well, right? And he will overthrow you on the simplest routes. However,
and he can't read defenses.
I said that one already. Or you want to reiterate it? Okay. However, you cannot dispute that this kid coming up and he's like thrown into fire on a bunch of different occasions does not show up, right?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying we also need to protect.
We're talking about Chicago here. Listen,
we need to protect
like Chicago. Chicago is a doghouse, man.
You don't want Justin Fields with that offensive line facing Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney.
I'm all about the smoke.
You're all about a short career. That's what you're all about.
No, I am for drafting a black quarterback in the first round that you moved up multiple spots for in the draft and believing and putting your organization behind him and start him.
I put my organization behind him after we get over the injury.
Where was this energy last year with Hebert, Justin Hebert? There was none of this. Herbert, I'm sorry. Yeah, there was none of. Where was this energy last year?
Because the season. The only reason he started was because the medical team poked freaking Tyrod Taylor's lungs.
Poked.
They stabbed him.
We all know how that is, poked. No, but that's the reason. Like they drafted him. Like we have to put the. I don't like the fact that every time and I don't like to make this a race issue or whichever, but it's a common theme. It's like every single time when there's a black quarterback drafted, he's always in like the doghouse or whatever it is first until he can prove himself and all of this stuff. And then when they're let me finish. And when they're white quarterbacks drafted, like they give them the realms. Johnny Manziel, would you give the realms of your $1 billion organization to have him be the head of it? They did. What was the repercussion of that? No, but yet still other guys like the Lamar Jacksons of the world have to wait on up and pay their dues and all of that other stuff. Do you think that's fair? I don't believe
that's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying.
It's a perception, though.
No, I am saying protect him. That offensive line cannot stop Aaron Donald. That offensive line can't stop Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett. Okay, that is what I am saying. I am saying, you're not going to win those games right now. Do not let him see 3 games on film. When Justin Herbert, he didn't start the first few games, right? So it's not, they gave him the reins, but it's like your time is coming. They did the same thing. They did the same thing with Baker Mayfield.
Let that guy be great. Let that man be great.
Yes.
Justin Fields, you go be great.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. If you have a potential NFL MVP on your defensive line, I'm not starting my rookie quarterback against you.
If I don't care who you have on that MVP line, right? My guy that I believe in is going to look him in the face and throw the seam route on one of these cutting receivers. And God knows and God prays that somebody catches the ball at some point. Yeah. I'm talking to you, David Montgomery. I'm talking to you, Tyreek Cohen. I'm talking to you, Damian Williams, Allen Robinson, Marquise Goodwin. Is that you, brother? Let's catch this ball and let us all see the greatness that Justin Fields is.
Oh my God. In Quashi's world, let the offensive line please give Justin Fields at least 2 seconds behind the line. Because I don't.
Ooh, we're talking about offensive line. Ooh. So, all right. So offensive line.
Trash.
What about
Trash. Don't mention their names. We don't need to risk their wives and children. Okay. Trash. Leave them alone.
I wouldn't say trash. I would say they have areas I would say they have areas that needs improvement. How does that sound?
Basuda sucio. That's what I heard.
Okay. So what I think that this translation audience is Jerry has his own unique way of expressing his gratitude for the talent that's on the Chicago. No, let's face it.
Or the lack thereof.
No, let's face it, they suck. They suck.
Like I said,
Basuda
sucio. Garbage.
I would say probably the best person on the tight end skill-wise is who? Taven Jenkins.
First of all, the only reason we're not talking about their offensive line being the worst in the NFL is because the NFL Giants exist.
Well, do they exist?
Unfortunately,
we really want to acknowledge them in the
NFC. All right, hold on. Okay. Before we keep going down this rabbit hole of everything,
who's your first place?
My first place is Green Bay Packers, 11-6. I didn't give them all the wins, namely because I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is coming in. I don't know when he's coming back, if he does come back. And even when he does come back, it seems like he's not going to be there for the preseason. So, and the defense is still an issue. All right. If you remember, they would have been in the Super Bowl if they did not let a last-second touchdown before that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that another excuse for Aaron Rodgers? Can you talk up, please? Or I'm going to wait until the next excuse, or the next one, or the next one, or the one after that.
First of all, the reason they lost that game against the Buccaneers is because
it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault. Disclaimer.
Aaron Rodgers got taken out of the game. You know that.
He can't be smart. He's not in the game.
His coach took him out. What is he supposed to do? They said, we're going to go for the field goal. Yes, he should not have let it get to that point.
No, the coach took me out. You know what would happen if Bill Belichick took out Tom Brady? They'd have fought right then and there at the sideline. They would have squared up.
Be fair. Belichick would not have taken out Tom Brady in that situation because he would have had the wherewithal to know we need a touchdown, not a field goal.
Another excuse loading.
Excuse or not, am I lying?
So
everyone in the
skill position.
Let me know if I'm lying.
Skill position. On a scale of good, medium, great, right? Aaron Jones.
Great.
Devontae Adams.
Elite.
Allen Lazard.
Medium.
Marquise Valdes-Scantling.
Medium.
And Robert Tonyan.
That's a schmedium, okay? Not even medium. He's a schmedium.
Schmedium? Okay. We have an elite. We have a great. Let me just actually, AJ Dillon. They drafted him in what, second round or third?
Yeah,
third
their
round.
Scouts suck. I don't understand why the hell they drafted him for.
Right. Does Devin Funchess ring? Does that titillate you a little bit? No.
No.
Okay. But there is skill position. I'm talking about mere skill. We can't deny that Devin Funchess, when he's healthy on the field, he has a good skill set.
Yes, he does. But can I ask you a question? Can I bounce it back? If MVS or Allen Lazard was on any other team than the Packers,
both of them were sleepers last year that did really, really well, weren't they?
Hold on, no. But my question to you is: would we know their name? Would they even start on another team? If they're on the same,
I have to put them on another team.
Let's say this: if they were on the Ravens, because we agree the Ravens don't have a great run on wide receiver core. If they were on the Ravens, would they be
They
started?
would start. Yes, they would start. I think Alan Lazard is a very good player.
I'm telling you, the only reason Alan Lazard is relevant is because Aaron Rodgers is quarterback.
I think we need to stop making an excuse for Aaron Rodgers and just face the music that this guy is not that great. He's great, but that's not that great. I think we want to throw around the great word a lot, and we're just trying to look for somebody that's not Tom Brady, right?
Just earned that great title.
You know, we try to find out or whatever. Like to me, Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. Patrick Mahomes has the same amount of accomplishments, actually more accomplishments than Aaron Rodgers thus far in his career.
Yes. And listen, let me ask you this point in his career, there's actually a very, very, very short list of quarterbacks who actually have more accomplishments than Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's not bashing Aaron Rodgers. That's just
isn't this guy so this is the move in the goalposts I'm talking about. So what is the criteria? What is the metric to show Aaron Rodgers' greatness? All right, it's not Super Bowls, it's not Super Bowl appearances, it's not records, it's not teams. What exactly is it?
It's how he wins games.
It's just the cool factor, right? That's the only thing we're trying to judge Aaron Rodgers' fucking greatness on is how cool he makes things look. That flick off the wrist that goes 60 yards, right?
Hold on,
off the run.
Can't the way he passes the ball? Okay, fine. Yes, he does add some flair to it. I'm not going to deny that. He does add some flair. He makes it look really easy.
Or is it this? Don't double check.
But let me ask you this: the accuracy and the way he throws the ball from the positions he throws with the mobility that he has. He's not like a Mike Vick or anything like that, but he is deadly accurate and he makes plays. And that is what I'm basing Aaron Rodgers' greatness on. He makes plays. I will forever,
not enough to get you to the Super Bowl.
Forever vouch that the
not
Hail
enough
Mary,
to get you to the Super Bowl.
The Hail Mary should be renamed to the Hail Rodgers because this man made 2 in a game. Or no, 3. He made 1 that counted to force the overtime, 1 in the overtime that got called back for some sort of foul or penalty, and then he did it again, same play, 3 Hail Marys in the same game.
I like that question. If you think, yeah, I'll ask that question. If you believe that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest player, let's just take out the cool factor of it. Literally just take out the cool factor because I do believe that like guys with flair, Johnny Manziel was flair. Like let's face it, like Michael Vick is fucking flair. Yeah. You know, like when Lamar is cooking, Lamar is flair. You know what I mean? Like Patrick Mahomes, he is flair. Okay, so that's not let's like Deshaun Watson when he's on, that's flair. You know, so like other than the cool factor, right? What are we talking about with
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, other than being cool.
Other than being cool, it's the way he pulls out the wins. When he played against the Cowboys a few years ago.
But what about the way he pulls out losses?
All right, let me ask you this. Is there really a game where you could sit there and say, we lost this game really because of Aaron
Rodgers? Yes.
Like he did 3 interceptions and you're like, damn, dude, you gave the game away in the playoffs.
I believe we can find a couple.
Make that your homework.
Homework?
Yes, noted. I'm giving you homework. I want you to tell me what games that Aaron Rodgers has in his playoff career that you're going to be like, dude, you lost the game because you put 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles on the board. You wet the bed.
Okay. Homework accepted.
All right. Well, so I just want to recap the order that we have the division. So for me, I have the Green Bay winning the division at 11-6, the Minnesota Vikings second place with 10-7, the the Detroit Lions at 8-9, and the Chicago Bears at 7-10. And the only reason I give the Detroit Lions 8 wins is honestly because of Goff. It's not because of the coach. It's not because of anything else. It's because I believe Goff can actually. He's on a revenge tour this year because they literally gave him a contract and traded him away for an aging quarterback. He's on a revenge tour. All right. Otherwise, other than that, I believe this division as a whole is pretty mediocre. I don't believe the Super Bowl winners come from this division.
I concur.
Do you think any team in this division can make it to the NFC Championship?
Not the NFC Championship, but I do believe that we might see a team from this division in the divisional weekend.
Okay. I can see that. They're not getting a bye week. No team from this division is getting a bye week, but I do believe at least one of them would win against a lower seeded team. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. All right. And so you have Chicago Bears winning the division behind the arms and legs of Justin Fields.
Yes, and hope and spirit and dream.
I'm not saying I don't believe it. I do want that to happen. I want Justin Fields to be great. I am happy for Justin Fields. All right. I was really, really scared. I thought Justin Fields was going to become a Patriot. All right. I was really panicking about it. I was about to be like, if y'all really give Bill Belichick Justin fucking Fields, I'm freaking flipping out.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
And then Justin Fields was able to learn behind
I wanted him to come to the Pats. I wanted him to come to the Pats.
Yo, can you imagine if he actually sat behind Cam Newton for a year?
It would be a different story.
This man Pat Mahomes would have been like, no.
I'm telling you, yo, that's what I'm saying, yo. That's some boss fucking level shit, man. Boss level shit.
Crazy. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Can you just give your order in the records they have? Just one more time.
Great. So I got Chicago Bears winning the division.
Mm-hmm.
I have them winning the division with 11-6. I believe my 11-6. Yeah.
Yep.
I also have the Green Bay Packers coming in second in the division with 10-7. I bumped them up one win because it was peer pressured into it.
No, because I enlightened you, not peer pressure.
I got Minnesota finishing a close third, 9-8, and I have the lowly Detroit Lions finishing in fourth at a 4-13 record.
I can't peer pressure you to give Goff at least 5 wins.
Goff hasn't done anything to grant me 5 wins in his career.
Well,
my hope in
Fields hasn't done anything to grant getting a division title, but thank you guys for tuning in. And again, follow us, subscribe, smash that like button, subscribe, share the video. I'm brand new, just starting up, trying to get out there. Appreciate any type of help y'all can give me. Follow us on our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch channel. I will be streaming football games on Madden, on Twitch, also MLB and basketball. All right. So other than that, have a good one. And don't forget, a Leo never lies.